Hey guys, HDV here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we've got a lot of stuff to go over. A new Pokemon Pocket event is now live. We also have new rumors regarding the release date of Pokemon Legends EA. A little bit of an update about the Nintendo briefing that happened last night regarding the Switch 2. There's a lot of things to talk about today, so if you're excited for the video, make sure to drop a like down below. It's trying to hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, let's take a look at the new Pokemon Pocket event that is now live in the mobile app. We have Cerebi here tweeting out saying, Cerebi update, the first Pokemon TCG Pocket drop event is now live. It features battles to earn promo booster packs, including new cards like Lapras EX. So this is available, like I say, right now. You can go and play this, and this is all of the things that you kind of need to know about this event. So it's all like solo missions and stuff like that. And there's like different tiers of this solo mission. So there's like beginner, intermediate, expert, etc. These are the cards that you can get from this event. It is one card per pack, which is a little bit annoying, but this is the kind of situation that we're in. So you can get either Butterfree, Pikachu, Clefairy, Mankey, or the Lapras EX. And obviously you're going to want like two of each of these just in case, you know, you ever want to build a deck around them and you want this specific art, because obviously you can have a max of 2 cards per deck. But like I say, it's a 1 in 5 chance that each of these packs will have one of these specific cards. Like I'm assuming most people will want the Lapras, so you got a 1 in 5 chance every time you open one of these packs to get this Lapras card. So this is the deck listing of what they will have in their kind of deck, and this is the beginner deck. So this is basically like what you'll be going up against, and then you have 2 challenges to do. So you can knock out your opponent's active Pokemon 1 time with an electric type Pokemon, and then also you put 3 basic Pokemon into play, so you'll get event hourglasses for both of those. And then obviously you got your first time battle rewards, and then also you have your drop rewards as well. Now you won't get a pack every single time, but I think that if you just keep battling them over and over and over again, then you will eventually get the packs, and then obviously you use those packs to get one of these 5 cards. So that's the beginner missions. We also have the intermediate missions here. So you got to knock out your opponent's active Pokemon 2 times with an electric type, put 1 stage 1 Pokemon into play. So stage 1 is like an evolved Pokemon. So let's just say if you're using an electric deck, use Voltorb. That's the basic Pokemon. Then you evolve it into Electrode. Electrode is the stage 1 Pokemon. And then win this battle by turn 14. And then these are the rewards that you get for doing that. So again, more hourglasses, pack chance, stuff like that. And then also you have the kind of expert level. So this is where Lapras EX actually kind of gets into the deck. And you have to win 5 or more battles. So obviously you're going to have to do it multiple times. And then win this battle using a deck where all the Pokemon cards are of 1-star, 2-star, or 3-star rarity. Win this battle by turn 14. And then win this battle without your opponent getting any points. So again, you don't have to do these all in one battle. You could maybe, like, the first battle you win in turn 14. The second battle, you do it without them getting any points, stuff like that. And obviously, you've got to win it 5 times anyway. You get hourglasses for it, and you get your first time rewards, and then also you get your drop rewards. And then the big boy deck, at the end, they have a lot of like trainer cards in this. Obviously, they've got Misty and stuff, which is a very powerful card. And then you have to win this battle using 1 or 2 or 3 stars. Win it by turn 12. Win the battle without your opponent getting any points. Win 10 or more battles, then win 20 or more battles. So you're gonna have to do this quite a lot. Obviously, if you get like all the cards that you want, then you don't necessarily have to do it all the time. But I think the Wonder Hourglass is going to be very useful because there's other data mined events that are going to be coming out later on. We'll probably cover all the data mine stuff like in tomorrow's video because there's a lot of stuff to cover really. I know a lot of people obviously want to hear about the Pocket stuff, but either way, that's the event that is now live in Pokemon Pocket, so make sure to do that. It's available until the 18th of November, should I say. Sorry, I don't have my glasses on. 18th of November, so yeah, you got like 13 days, a couple of weeks to do this event. So that's that. Moving on, we obviously had the big Nintendo shareholder meeting last night, and in regards to Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, as of September 30th, 2024, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet have sold 25.69 million units. So Scarlet and Violet is within 1 million units of Sword and Shield. So within the next year, Scarlet and Violet will very likely pass Sword and Shield and become the 2nd best-selling Pokemon games of all time. Obviously, just before Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. So yeah, even though Scarlet and Violet's had a ton of problems, lag, all that jazz, it is still probably going to be the 2nd best-selling Pokemon games of all time, which is wild to think about. But either way, wanted to quickly go over that, but let's take a look at the actual shareholder stuff right now. So again, this is kind of the first bit of information we've had about it. I'm sure more stuff will get translated and stuff, but the Nintendo Switch 2 did get brought up But let's take a look at what they said about it. So Nintendo cuts annual profit forecast 10% as the Switch sales slow. So yeah, the Switch sales are actually slowing down a little bit. So they've actually cut their projected expectations and stuff like that. So Tokyo, November the 5th, Nintendo cut its operating profit forecast for the year to March 2025 by 10% to 360 billion yen, which is about $2.36 billion on Tuesday, as sales of its aging Switch console lost steam. So the forecast is below analyst estimates for profit of 391.4 billion yen. The Kyoto-based gaming company sold 4.7 million Switch consoles in the first half of the financial year, down from 6.8 million units in the same period a year earlier. Nintendo lowered its full-year sales forecast for the console, which is in its 8th year on the market, by 7% to 12.5 million units. That would be down 20% from actual Switch sales of 15.7 million units a year earlier. It also revised down its annual software sales forecast by 3% to 160 million units. For a platform that is in its 8th year in the market, both hardware and software enjoy stable demand and brisk sales, Nintendo President Shuntaro Furukawa said at an online press conference. But sales so far fell short of our original projections. Taking into consideration their sales in the first half, we revised our forecast for both hardware and software, and that led to the earnings revision. I mean, the reason I'd like to think that they fell is because they've already announced the Switch 2, so people aren't going to be buying the Switch 1. They're going to just wait for the Switch 2 to come out. Again, there's going to be less people that want the console just because they've already bought it and stuff like that, so obviously naturally sales are going to fall. But I think the fact that we all know the Switch 2 is literally right around the corner. Like, if I didn't have a Switch and I had, like, I don't know, $300 or like $400, but I know the Switch 2 is going to be coming out, I'm not going to buy the Switch 1 that's going to get outclassed in like less than a year by a new, better console. I'm just going to wait for the better console. So that's, I think, is why the sales obviously dropped a little bit. And then it also says, Furukawa said there was no change to Nintendo's plan to announce a successor to its long-lasting Switch console in the current financial year to March, but did not go into specifics. Now, obviously, we haven't had any of the questions that have popped up. This is just the online kind of briefing and stuff, so hopefully some of the questions get leaked. Well, not leaked, but released and translated and stuff like that. It's going to happen over the next couple of days. But what Furukawa said is there's no plan to announce a successor to its long-lasting Switch console in the current fiscal year to March, but did not go into specifics. So, then says Toyo Securities Nintendo shares could remain under pressure in the near term. An announcement on the new console, a major catalyst for the stock, seemed unlikely by the end of the calendar year. So, this is also what is a bit unfortunate. You know, this isn't Nintendo saying this is an analyst saying that it's unlikely now that we are going to get a reveal this calendar year, which, again, I said last week, if we don't get the announcement last week, then it's unlikely that we're going to get the reveal this year. It just doesn't really make sense. So it might get revealed like January time, maybe something like that, like after Christmas, maybe February. Like, we obviously usually get a direct in February, so maybe they just drop it in there. And that would mean February would be a mad month, because we'd obviously have a Pokemon Presents, and then we'd also have the Nintendo Switch 2 announcement. So we know it's happening before March, but it's not looking like it's going to be this year now. Making an announcement this year has gotten quite difficult. You would not want to divert attention to an upcoming console in the middle of the critical year-end shopping season, Yasuda said. But again, maybe I'm looking at it wrong, but they've already announced it. Like, I don't think them revealing it's going to change that much. Like, we already know it's on the way. I don't know, maybe I'm looking at it wrong. And it says shares of Nintendo closed down 3.9% ahead of the earnings announcement, underperforming the averages, which is obviously a 1.1% gain. So that's kind of the update. So it's unlikely we're going to get a reveal this calendar year, but hopefully we get some questions about it over the next couple of days, and we do sort of find out a bit more information about it. But maybe that's all we're going to get, who knows. But either way, that's the Nintendo Switch 2 stuff. Finishing things off for today's video, we do have a new rumor to go over. This is posted on 4chan, so obviously, as always, take it with a massive grain of salt. But this goes into proper specifics about the release date of the Legend ZA game. So they said ZA release date, posted by Anonymous, and it says ZA release date is the 19th of June 2025. So the 19th of June 2025 is, let me have a look. It is a Thursday, so yeah, I mean, it's a tricky one because they usually drop games on a Friday, but Nintendo have now recently started dropping them on Thursdays. Like, I think Luigi's Mansion came out on a Thursday, Paper Mario came out on a Thursday, Princess Peach came out on a Thursday, I think Echoes of Wisdom came out on a Thursday, I think Mario and Luigi Partners, I think that's coming out on a Thursday, so they are seemingly moving to a Thursday release date now. And if that's the case, then yeah, 19th of June. We know it's between April and July, so 19th of June, I guess, could be a relatively decent release date. But it's just so specific. Like, how would this person know that? As it says, there's going to be 2 versions, one for the Switch and one for the Switch 2, which I think is unlikely. I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're just going to make it for the Switch, and then it's going to be backwards compatible for the Switch 2. And then I'm hoping it's not locked, so it runs a lot better on the Switch 2. That's what I'm hoping. It says the Nintendo Switch 2 version is much better visually, higher frame rate, and generally runs a lot better. So you'd expect that anyway, but I just don't think they're going to reveal. I don't think they're going to drop a Switch 2 version. I just don't think that's going to be the case. I know they've done it with like Breath of the Wild and stuff, but I think that I think it's really unlikely. I don't know. Maybe they do it. Maybe they do it. You know, if they do it and the Switch 2's out by then, obviously everyone's going to be buying it for the Switch 2 because you want a better experience of the game. Like, we don't want to have a Scarlet and Violet situation again, which we know the leaker has said has like lag issues and bugs and stuff like that. Again, he's playing an early build, so hopefully that's why. But if it's not because of that, I don't really want to be going to areas and it's just lagging all the time. It just kills the joy of the game. Like, that's probably the biggest reason that I don't really play Scarlet and Violet much. It's just simply because I can't be bothered for like really bad frame rates and just lag and stuff like that. It just really kills the enjoyment. So I really hope it's available on the Switch 2 and it just runs a lot better. The Switch 2 will be out by this date, which, again, I mean, it could get announced in February and then it could drop by, like, April or May or something. So it could be out. I'm expecting it to be out by June, to be fair. And then it says, no trailer until Pokemon Day 2025, which, again, that could be the case. I'm still hopeful that we get something soon. Again, maybe I'm basing that on what Riddler-Q said, because he said we are going to get a trailer this year. But then he kind of backtracked and said, you know, we're not going to get information soon because of the leak. So, again, it's hard to really trust his credibility right now. But I'm still hopeful we get something. But maybe we don't. Maybe we just go a year without absolutely anything on Pokemon Legends EA. And they just drop, like, you know, well, yeah, it goes on to say Pocket events and Scarlet and Violet events. So maybe they just drop those things until February. And then that's all we have. And then, obviously, they drop, like, Go stuff, Cafe Mix, Masters, Unite, yada, yada, yada. Until then, to keep the community engaged. And it says legendary raids after Torterra. So this is obviously for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Torterra is the last starter raid, I do believe. Obviously, we've got Feraligatr again this weekend coming up. And then after that, should be Torterra. And then after that, I mean, then maybe even they drop a trailer after that. I don't really know. But yeah, Torterra is going to be the last starter Pokemon, which is a little bit of a boring last starter in my opinion. But it is what it is. It says it starts off with Shiny Rayquaza, but you can't catch it. So that would be really annoying. But I assume that would be because of the anime. So you can do a Shiny Rayquaza raid, but you just simply cannot catch it. Which, yeah, that would suck. That would definitely suck. But I could see that happening. I could definitely see that being the case. Obviously, we had the Mewtwo raid that we couldn't catch. But obviously, you got the Mew for it. So maybe they just carry on with that. The starters for ZA are Kalos, so obviously Froakie, Fennekin, and Chespin. I mean, that's what we're kind of expecting at this point. It says all of them get a Mega Evolution, so Mega Greninja, Mega Delphox, and Mega Chestnut. It says there's 12 new forms, so I don't know if that's regional forms or, like, I assume it is. I don't think it's talking about Mega Evolutions. It goes on and speaks about Mega Evolutions in a minute. So yeah, 12 new forms, which I feel like that's quite a lot. I feel like, because it says 12 new forms and only 8 new Mega Evolutions, I feel like we'd more likely get more Mega Evolutions than new forms, personally. But either way, that's 20 technically new Pokemon there, in terms of forms. So yeah, 12 new regional forms, I assume that is. It says 5 new rideable Pokemon. So I don't know if that means like 5 new Pokemon that you can ride, or 5 new brand new Pokemon that are also rideable. So obviously, like, Weirdeer was a brand new Pokemon that was also a rideable Pokemon. Hisuian Braviary, Sneasler, stuff like that. So I don't know if it means that, or if it means like Go-Go would be a new ride Pokemon, but it's not a brand new Pokemon. And then it says 8 new Mega Evolutions, which at this point would be the 3 starters, according to this person. Zygarde, Zeraora, so that's 5. So there'd be 3 left. One of them might be Zarude. And that'd only be like 2 new Megas that aren't like legendaries or starters. Seems a little bit low in my opinion. So, and that could be like Xerneas and Yveltal. So that would mean like we'd get no brand new like normal Mega Evolutions apart from the starters, which I just don't think is going to be the case. So yeah, I don't believe this. It's just way too specific. I just don't know how they would know the release date that, like, to that much of a specific extent. So I'm going to call fake on this. I also would hope that we get some news before Pokemon Day 2025, but, you know, at this point, who knows. But let me know your thoughts on this rumor. Would you like it to be true? Would you not like it to be true? I like the idea of a shiny Rayquaza, but then you can't catch it, so it's just kind of pointless. But let me know your thoughts on this. Let me know your thoughts on the Nintendo briefing, and then also, yeah, make sure to do the Pocket event if you are playing it, which I'm sure you are, because everybody is right now. Like I say, we'll go over all the data mine stuff in like tomorrow's video. There's a lot of data mine stuff to go over, so like new events, all that jazz. But either way, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500. Leave a comment, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell for daily Pokemon content. Have a great rest of your day, and until next time, peace.